Regarding question 2.2, the second aspect here, it says on user data volumes, create user folders for each user created in 2.5. So first we have to create a folder for each of the users that were created in here. So remember, this question says you have to add local users, 5 on PC1, 5 on PC2. So each of them will have a folder on our user data volume, virtual hard disk. Remember, we've created a user data volume called letter E, drive E on drive E for PC1, which is a two-way mirror, and you create folders within your parity storage here. So let me show you how this will be done. So within the PC1, open your File Explorer, and when you click on this PC, you'll notice this is our drive E. So you open up the drive E where we've created the two-way mirror earlier on. Right click in this space and create a new folder. So I'm going to give it the name of one of the users that we've created, the local users that we've added. Right, so that's the first aspect. So you're expected to create 5 here, and when you go to PC2 also, you create 5 folders for those 5 local users that you've added to the PC. Now it says modify the NTFS file permissions to filter permissions per user per folder. So it expects you to add permissions on each folder. So you can add permission to one of the folders, take a screenshot of what permission you added to it. So in order to add a permission to a folder, you click on it here, right click on the folder, right click on the folder and select properties. So just give it a second or two. So within the space, you'd find a tab that says security. This is where you add your permission. So you can see the types of users or groups in here and the types of permissions that they have. Authenticated users are allowed to modify, execute. So we want to add some kind of permission in here. Let's say even for authenticated users, right? You want to edit the permission that you have in here. So you can change by clicking edit. So for authenticated users, you don't want to allow full control, although they have access to certain things, but they don't have full control. So let's say you come in here and you say you don't want them to execute the folder, or okay, let's say you don't want them to modify the folder. You click here to deny them the access, and you can untick some of this. It says list folder and content. Okay, so let's just leave it at modify. So you can choose what you want to do. So it says you're setting a deny permission entry. Deny entry takes precedence over allowed entry. So it's always going to give you a warning. So choose what you want it to do. So let's say I just say list folder, deny, list folder, read, or write. So let's leave it this way. It says, do you want to continue? Okay, let me just choose the write permission. It gives this, and I'll say continue. So just choose one of the things that you want to set in here, the type of permission that you want to set in here, and take a screenshot of the permission that you set in here. and you can cancel the permission or click OK. But this is how permissions are being set. So I'm going to cancel this, and I'll also cancel this, so it hasn't been applied. The next thing in the question here says, so it is expected I create some kind of permission for each of the folders for each users, but if you do it on one and you take a screenshot, that's enough to show for the answer, because there are so many pictures you have to take for this assignment, and the documents will be large, so you just need one screenshot from each PC. You create a permission from one PC on one particular user, and on PC2 you create permission for one particular user, take a screenshot. That's enough. So the next thing here is create a shared folder called collaborations on the data user volume of PC1. So remember, we're still within PC1 and it says on this particular drive. So right click in this space and create a folder called collaborations. So now that we've created this particular folder, it says share the folder using group level permission. So we want people to be able to lots of people to be able to use this particular folder. So you right click in here and you click on properties and you click sharing. So if you want to share for, let's say, just a person or two, you click here. But you want to set multiple shares, so you click advanced sharing. So remember, the reason why you get this type of prompt is if you've added the local security policy, just enter your password, the one that you used to log in, if you get that prompt. So the next thing to do is click on share this folder. The name is collaborations. It says limit the number of simultaneous users to 20. Remember, we have 5 user accounts on PC1, 5 on PC2 that should be able to have access to it, so 20 is okay. Now go into your permissions here, and the permission we are allowing here is for everyone. However, this is the existing permission. However, we're going to click add in here. So when we click add, we want people on our shared network, our internal network on both PCs to have access to it. So we click advanced here again. Click find now. You want to find the group. Okay. So scroll down and look for where you have the word network. So we want to share this over the network. So when you find network, let me drag this out. Click on network, double click on this. If you double click on that, now you have the whole network can access this folder. Then click OK. So you see read, change, full control. So we're giving them full control. You click apply and click OK. Click apply and click OK. Then click OK here. So now our folder should be visible over the network from PC2. So let's go to PC2. Okay, before we go to PC2, I want to show you something. Minimize this particular place. We're still in PC1. I just want to show you something before we go on, so that you note that the folder is now shared. If you go into computer management, so please bear with me, my computer is a little bit slow. So let's wait for this to load. So if your computer is a little bit slow, just be patient. Obviously it's going to come up. The processing power of both instances of Windows can be too powerful for your computer if you have a small RAM size. So it's going to load the console now. I want to show you something. Remember, if you're getting password prompts like this for opening basic things, it's because you've added some of the security policies that we sorted out yesterday. So it'll ask for some passwords in some places through administrative power, just to ensure that you have a secure desktop or a secure computer. So let's wait for this to load. Okay, so while this is loading, let's do the real thing that is most important. So on PC2, this is PC2, right? Click on your File Explorer while in PC2. So I'm going to wait for this to show up. So I've clicked on File Explorer in PC2. Let's wait for that to open. Let's go back to PC1. This is what I want to show you in PC1. Under Computer Management, you'd see Shared Folders. Double click on it. So when you go to your shares, you can see the folder that we've shared now, Collaborations. So this is what I wanted to show you. The folder is now shared on drive E, which is obvious. So let's go back into PC2. That was the only thing I wanted to show you. On PC2, we'll open our File Explorer. Minimize this. So while that is opening up, it says, okay, we've shared the folder using group level permission. Multiple people can access it. Next, map the share on the PC2 and assign it to drive M. So we're going to map that shared folder to the drive M on PC2. So while this is going on, let's open this. Okay, this is a little slow, but just wait. So click on Networks. Remember, both computers are on the same network. So it says network discovery is turned off. We'll have to sort that out. I'll go to my So I'm going to go to my Network and Internet Center. Always ensure that you have